Now that we've gone over the explanation of how to do the introduction, I am going to talk about writing the body paragraphs. A lot of these ideas that I'll be going over are listed in Engaging Questions, page 76 to page 80, which is actually a chapter from another textbook. But if you've bought the San Diego State version of Engaging Questions, it'll be right in there. So, right now, one of the first things to remember is that when you are writing your body paragraphs, you want to be focused on a single topic. You don't want to be talking about multiple topics. You can talk about multiple things within a single topic, but make sure whatever contents you're going to discuss in your body paragraph, that is reflected in your topic sentence. And I have a video that's an example of writing a body paragraph. I'll try to remember to include a link of that in the description of this so that you can get a sense for how that process might go. Another thing that's specific to this assignment, because it is a synthesis essay, is that you do have to reference at least 2 articles. And that's important because you want to show a cohesive picture of this topic that you're focusing on. And one thing that's also important that is iterated by one of the videos that I've made, as well as iterated in the book, is that you want to use a structure where you introduce your idea, you give an example or information that represents that idea, and then you explain the importance of that information, that example, and how it demonstrates the idea that you mentioned at the beginning. So I call this pie structure, so point, information, explanation. And then the book in page 77 mentions that the body paragraph should introduce, provide, and examine evidence to support the point you made in your topic sentence. So I've kind of used color to correspond to the ideas that are represented in the pie structure. So you can kind of see that it's emphasizing and showing this structure. And you can see that even in the essay itself, like this pie structure shows up a lot, the point, information, explanation. So that's important to remember, that when you're writing your body paragraphs, you are showing that you can demonstrate and understand the idea and show its importance. And again, I'll try and post that example so you can kind of see what this looks like when it's all in one paragraph. Another thing that you don't want to forget is that you want to look within your paragraph and make sure that within the paragraph that your topic sentence connects to your supporting sentences, connects to your analysis, connects to the closing. And then you also want to remember that you do have to include transitions that link the paragraphs together, and then also have links back to the thesis in the introduction paragraphs. So I'm showing some body paragraph topic sentences that are in the same essay that has the introduction that I displayed just a few slides ago. So those topic sentences of 4 of the paragraphs are: one of the common effects the internet has brought to us is that an increasing number of people live a life of multitasking, no matter whether they are happy with. So that's one of them. Then the next one is: another obvious change is that since the digital technology has taken over the era, humans seem more impatient and distracted. Third one: what is more, in order to make the internet more convenient for users to access such a large amount of information, online programs and applications are born as the times require. Fourth topic sentence: in addition to being influenced culturally and mentally by the internet, people are also impacted physically. So you can see that these are 4 different topics, and you can see things like they do all have their connections back to the thesis statement. They're all unique. You can see transitions. So another, I'm looking at the second one, and it has another obvious change. So that's kind of connecting that the first paragraph was talking about changes. The second paragraph is talking about another change. what is more, so that's showing that it's expanding on the previous topic. And then you can see, I like this last one that says, in addition to being influenced culturally and mentally by the internet, so it's referring back to the cultural influences, the mental influences, people are also impacted physically. So it's adding to this list a new category, and then going to discuss the examples and analysis that what they've read from their articles. So, and also these ideas connect to the texts that they've been reading. So I didn't include the contents of these paragraphs. For one reason, we haven't read the articles that they're discussing. Remember, this is on a topic that's different than our topic, so you may think, these don't correspond to what we've been reading, and you're 100% correct that these are going to be, because the topic is the internet, these are going to be a little bit different, but I wanted to show you an example of using these different frameworks, these different rules, and how they get implemented in these, in an actual paper. So we've got that example, and lastly, we'll go ahead and look at writing a conclusion.